Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we got Game of Thrones The Card Game 2nd Edition, another featured match from the 4th round of Swiss from the face-to-face game Store Championship in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. On the left we have Norm playing Baratheon Fealty, and on the right we have John playing a Lannister Rose. John is one of the moderators on the Facebook group. I'm sure you guys have seen his posts and discuss things with him on there. And if you're not part of that Facebook group, AGOT 2nd Edition, go search that up on Facebook and join it. I think we're approaching 3,000 members in that group. So if you're looking for people to discuss Thrones with, that's the place to be right now. So the setups on the left, we have Norm setting up with a Bastard in Hiding with, I believe, Robert's Warhammer attached to him. Another Bastard in Hiding, and the little Dragonstone Faithful, their in-house reducing character. And on the right, we have the Lannister player setting up a duped Tyrion, a Garden Caretaker, and another Garden Caretaker.
Ready? Yep.
Alright, we got Noble Cause flipped on the Baratheon side into Calling the Banners, flipped for the Lannister side. And I believe at this point, both players were 3-0, I believe. This being the final round of Swiss, I believe they both were 3-0. I could be wrong, but I know Norm was for sure.
I guess I'll go first.
I did lose to Norm earlier in the day at this point.
I like that look. I like the way things look.
Dude, seriously.
What?
It's happening again.
So Norm, to this point, a shout out to him. John on the right actually keeps a spreadsheet. He did this for Conquest, Warhammer Conquest, the LCG for us. He kept a spreadsheet online tracking, like, in the Greater Toronto area and the Greater Hamilton area, any tournaments, the stats from them, how players were doing. He had a leaderboard going. He's done the same for Game of Thrones in our local Hamilton Facebook group. Greater Toronto and Hamilton area Facebook group. And in that list, at the time of this recording, Norm had gone to a few tournaments and was undefeated in tournament play. So he has still not lost a game to this point in competitive play for the tournaments that have been recorded, which is like Game Night Kit, Store Championships, Store Credit tournaments, you know, the monthly tournaments at some of the stores in the area. Yeah, anyone he's shown up to, he has not lost a game.
That's what he did last time. I had like a 2 and 3 ones. He's a consolidation of power. I have a cost reducer left.
So yeah, he's a very tough competitor is what I was trying to get at here.
Justice. All I hear is eat me.
Alright, Rattle Shirt Raiders. We got a Lannisport Merchant and an Arbor Knight played.
Oh boy.
And no gold saved for John, the Lannister player. But he does have Tyrion on the board, so that might open up some options for him.
No one's ever ready for snacks.
Kneel, reduce 2, pay 2,
And we got Stannis played using Fealty Reduction, Noble Cause, a Dragonstone Faithful, and 2 gold.
And a dupe and a Lightbringer, though?
Ooh, I do have
So that's great for John's pretty wide board of characters there.
Can't wait.
And we got a bodyguard put on him to protect him from the inevitable tears that usually hits him.
King's Roads now. You kneel them once and then that's it. After that, you don't get to...
And I do have a Lightbringer. Thank you.
Really?
And Lightbringer is set up on Stannis here, which is going to be trouble.
I like it. Rossi doesn't hear this part, right? Just hears
And yeah, they're making comments about me voicing it over in the future and laughing at this this turn of events here. So
Yes, it is.
John having 4 reducers on the table and a couple other chuds. And yeah, Stannis gets played with Lightbringer. Like, yeah, I don't know how you're going to deal with that. That's some heavy control for sure.
Unopposed?
Just in case there's some weird shit.
Yep.
I will start off with a Tears of Lys on Stannis.
Go ahead.
Start chewing through stuff.
So there is the Tears of Lys using Tyrion to stealth. Not that there's any intrigue icons to deal with anyway, but it will be unopposed and Tears of Lys goes through. And since no gold was saved on the Baratheon side, that hand's judgment that was just discarded by Intrigue is not going to stop that Tears.
So he is renowned when he wins the challenge.
So good thing that bodyguard is on Stannis.
Correct.
We'll see how long he can stick around with the usual put to the swords and Tears of List attacks that will come from this Lannister Rose deck. And we got the Rattleshirt Raiders out in play, which could deal with that bodyguard if done properly.
So if I throw a military challenge and a power challenge...
And remember, Lannister does have the
Not really.
treachery event, which can be used to cancel an attachment like bodyguard, so if when Norm does go to trigger it, it could be canceled, leaving Stannis to head to the dead pile.
I still need to brush up on it. I'm gonna do my entire board.
This is
So
still
we'll
rough.
see if John has the answers, but Rattleshirt Raiders is the obvious one right now.
Yeah, I know. We know what it is. I hope he doesn't have it.
I feel like you're gonna nail everything anyway, but I don't. I mean, you have to use the hammer. I'll pass.
So John decides to pass. So the Rattleshirt Raiders is not going to happen,
Sorry, can I see this too? No,
which makes sense, I guess, because the Arbor Knight plus the Rattleshirt Raiders, that's only a possible 5 strength with that 1 gold there. And we have Stannis plus some Bastard and Hidings, which will definitely defend it.
no gold. Correct.
Pardon?
You have no gold, correct?
So we got a military challenge coming in with the Bastard
Total?
and Hiding with Stannis.
So it's by the amount you win by.
Correct.
Well, let's give the folks a show. I'll defend with 1.
So we got the Arbor Knight blocking with 1. We'll see if this Warhammer kicks off or not.
That's it. Reactions to winning.
Carry on, sir.
So he does do the Warhammer,
It's all of them. It's by the whole challenge. You won by 7. 3,
by the whole
4,
challenge?
5,
and it hits every character on the opposite side of the board since he won by 7, John's saying.
Yep.
So he kneels everything.
Then we'll do a power.
And Stannis will stand because of Lightbringer after gaining renown,
Unopposed?
once per phase.
Well, I
And we
a
have an
claim as
unopposed
well.
power.
1 for unopposed, 1 claim, 1 renown. So you should have that.
Norm is shot up to 4 power here on the Baratheon
Treachery
side
for my bodyguard.
against 0 on the
But I wish
Lannister
I did.
side. And no treachery in hand for the bodyguard.
You know the funny thing is, I thought that this card was a treachery, and it is not.
All right. Stand 2.
1.
So due to Stannis being in play, we're only standing 2 characters on each side. So
I did, I
Nope, because I had a bastard standing.
guess. Okay.
it looks like the Dragonstone Faithful and Stannis will stand.
Funny, I already misplayed them.
And Dominus does go with the Baratheon player.
These guys are gonna hang out down here.
And John's just
Waiting
setting
for
aside
Dave's
everything that's
backs.
not standing. He chose to stand the Rattleshirts Raiders and Tyrion.
Right?
Ready?
Ready?
All right, calling the banners played on the Baratheon side into summons on the Lannister side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, 7 gold collected there by Norm due to an amazing calling the banners hit.
I will be first player.
And it looks like the bear player is going first.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Let's see what character is grabbed by summons on the Lannister side. Searching the top 10 cards of his deck. Who does he need in play right now? Against the Baratheon
Shut down his economies.
Neil monster
My
here.
economy is fine.
Off the top of my head, I would be looking for maybe Jaime Lannister with Stannis out, who doesn't have to kneel when he attacks for military.
I get
So you don't have to worry about him kneeling. I mean, he can get a challenge out of him without kneeling, which is nice. You don't get to use him twice unless you don't care about him kneeling. But against Stannis, you want to keep standing what you can. So even a Randall Tarley would be another good grab, I think.
I play like a Lehman Russ, planet
Maybe-
1 against your Eldrath.
Yeah, I don't know what else you could grab for this deck.
I may
Just hoping to
deserve
find
it.
a seal of the
I admit,
hand, that's
I
for
may
sure.
deserve it. You've won against me with in Conquest before.
My Conquest win rate against you is like 15%.
It's not the greatest.
He's
I
got
admit.
the numbers.
It's not the greatest, but it's
It might be lower. It's optimistic.
This is a
You want to shovel my plot deck too? I'm kidding, don't. You're first then? Or...
I am first player.
Okay.
Draw one.
Just organizing things, don't mind me. All these guys are waiting.
Collect 3 gold.
Yep. You need to borrow any?
So I believe the Baratheon player is up to 10 gold there after collecting the gold from his plot.
Alright.
And now he drops a little finger in, which is great to see, so he can get some more options in his hand to spend that money. And also give him a little economy boost next round if he's still there in play.
Can't afford Robert. Oh wait, you can, damn.
That's a good point.
Alright, so we got Robert Baratheon bombed into play using Fealty and the Dragonstone Faithful and all of his money. So no cash left on the Baratheon side.
Okie dokie.
And I think we're over to the Lannister for marshalling.
I will take 4 gold.
Yeah, one thing I learned in this tournament, actually, playing against Norm, who's been playing Baratheon Fealty for a while, and I guess other Baratheon Fealty decks, if it gets Stannis or you're worried about Stannis, sometimes playing those reducer characters versus playing just a larger character, basically going tall on your board versus wide, where you just have like less quality characters versus a larger amount of characters that are just, you know, weenies and cheap chud guys, can really help you out with Stannis out there. So I definitely learned that after playing that hit me. I remember in the game where I had to play Norm in this tournament, and I see John is suffering from the exact same thing I had playing against Norm. I was playing Lannister Rose that day also, and I remember running into the same exact experience. Not as many characters this early, but I just made some poor decisions, I feel, where I was marshalling and I would play some smaller, like a couple smaller characters versus one large character, and immediately when you get to dominance, and then standing following that, in standing, you look down at the board and realize you can only stand 2, and you realize you're not getting to stand what you're putting on the board, but if you only put a couple bigger guys out, you know, you'd stand those, obviously.
Yep.
Instead of just having the chud out there to fuel the calling the banners and whatnot, so. And fuel Robert, obviously. Big Bobby B is benefiting greatly from those 5 chuds knelt on the Lannister side.
I'll do an intrigue of 2.
So we got an intrigue for 2 with the Baratheon, being blocked by Littlefinger.
I pass.
And it looks like we're heading to dominance with a tie.
That is so?
Stand 2.
So we got Tyrion and the Baratheon standing on the Lannister side for standing face. It looks like Robert and Littlefinger standing on the Baratheon side.
Alright.
The Baratheon player hit his reserve, I believe, so he discarded a Vanguard Lancer. And we're on to round 3. So John desperately wanting another Tears of Lys, or yeah, I'm not sure. Tears of Lys would be best case, but he needs to get some way to hit Stannis and or Bob with the Tears of Lys to get rid of them.
Yep.
I don't think a put to the sword is a better option since he has lots of military on the board.
First and second, sir.
We do have Noble Cosplayed on the Lannister side, so we could be seeing another Lord
I'm going to make,
or Lady, and Calm over Westeros chosen on the Baratheon
I'm
side.
going to make it Intrigue.
And Intrigue chosen for Calm over Westeros.
So draw.
Oh, right.
Generally, I think that's power, but that's cool. It works either way. Okay, I will take 5 gold. I'll put in a Rose Road.
Looks like Lannister's going first, dropping in a Rose Road here on marshalling.
I will kneel to put that guy in, and then I'll move
Here we go. He's
What the hell is this?
playing reducers. I'm not sure it's a smart play, but he does have Tywin in play and saves a gold, I guess.
Shit just got real, son.
Come on.
I keep blocking hand right
I will pass.
See, the problem, though, now with 6 characters out kneeling on the Lannister side alone, plus the 2 on the Baratheon side, we have
Dude, my economy,
8 strength added to Robert Baratheon right now.
Collect 6 gold.
So it's pretty easy for him to throw a challenge and kneel Tywin in the future if needed, if this board stays the same. And he hasn't even marshaled yet on the Baratheon side, so we'll see what he drops out here.
I think you need more cards, man.
I will kneel my faction card.
Yep.
Consolidation of power.
So he's dropping a consolidation of power in right off the bat by using Fealty.
I'll cancel it.
And Hand's Judgment played to cancel it, spending the only gold the Lannister player had left.
Consolidation of power.
Pay 1. Consolidation.
And we have a second consolidation of power. I guess
Cool,
he's
man.
trying to kneel
Go
Tyrion here. Yeah, he's trying to make sure that that intrigue challenge does not get through easily, so that he does not lose Robert or Stannis to a Tears of List. So he's playing great on the defense.
Melisandre.
And Melisandre drops into Neil Tywin. So the Neil train has rolled out of the station.
Why are we
It's okay, guys. I got this. I got this.
And I pass.
And we're not even in challenges, and John now has 8 characters knelt, only 2 standing.
Thank you.
Stannis on the board. He's
think I might
locked
have-
down, full control, being knelt by Baratheon here. And we don't even have
Right
Robert's
now.
Intimidate kicking off
This
yet.
is the top table in the tournament right now. I just wanna remind you
Intrigue
guys.
of 2.
Okay, that's a bit of a problem. We're gonna block.
You have
with
8 intrigue standing.
I
That's
know
the
how
problem.
is this.
He's being cheeky again. Blocking the no claim intrigue challenge. I like it.
So he goes full in block with Melisandre and Littlefinger to avoid the possible Widow's Wail drop in to win by 4,
Shenanigans.
or win with 4, break in the tie for attackers, and then using the additional gold to drop into Tears of List.
Okay. You win.
So Norm playing it completely safe, which is smart. You have to do that if you're playing a faction that has its larger characters without intrigue icons, weaker to Tears of List.
Me. Yep. That will be unopposed, sir.
Intimidate kneels him.
Sure.
And we have an Intimidate on the Rattleshirt Raiders, making the Lannister players board
Stannis,
entirely
I love
knelt.
You don't have military, so you're done.
And no military challenge since
Get that
the
shit outta here.
Brothel Madam
I am
got him
already at
earlier
1
in the
power
round.
And you gave it to me to your 10.
Yes, what power with this?
This is exactly what happened last time too. I get this stuff. Next time I get Tyrion and 3 cost reducers, I'm gonna be like, no. Tyrion and Tywin.
So Tyrion and Tywin stood for the standing phase due to Stannis being out
Sure, why
there.
not?
Like Stannis.
And it looks like Dominus took by the Baratheons, obviously.
Because I had 2 gold. That will do it.
And it looks like Melisandre and Robert chosen to stand on the Baratheon side.
Oh, hang on a second.
And we're going to plot number 4, I believe. Filthy accusations played against Counting Coppers. So Lannister player looking for some draw, looking for answers here.
Second, sir.
And Filthy accusations looking to kneel Tywin or Tyrion. Keep the lockdown real. I can feel the frustration coming from John's side. That is for sure.
Okay.
I've been in the situation, like I said, and it is rough.
Who would you like to kneel? All right.
Actually,
Oh, he's debating. Yeah, I think he's going to kneel Tyrion here. You got to get rid of that Intrigue icon in stealth
yeah.
to make sure he's not sneaking through an Intrigue challenge. But he does go back and choose to kneel Tywin, sorry.
And then we'll go to. You are first, sir.
And over to Baratheon's first player, gonna marshal.
2, 4, 5.
Pass.
And no marshal. He's sitting on all of his gold.
All right. I will take 5
Looks
as
like
well.
5 gold. And we got another 5 gold on the Lannister side taken for marshalling. Rose Road dropped into play.
As long as you're enjoying yourself.
Now, at this point, I have this strong feeling that
I can't do anything.
I believe Norm either has Hand's Judgment or ours is the Fury, the Baratheon event that lets him
I will pay 5.
throw a kneeling character into an Intrigue challenge if he wins it, or into any challenge, sorry. And if he wins it, he stands that character. It's 2 gold. It is loyal, so fealty can be used on it. It's the only reason I can think he's sitting comfortably here. So he has his Tears protection
The hammer's garbage.
on 2 fronts.
Lightbringer, dude. I don't care about these guys.
But we will see.
Well, that was the thing, is if I defended with this guy and this guy, then he'd have enough to kneel the other 3 anyway. So I was just like, for some reason I thought I had treasure in my hand, and I was like, it's cool because Stannis is gonna die, and then no, just no.
So I don't know if this game is reaching the record for the most knelt characters before challenges, but it could be there. Could be there.
Excellent.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen it get worse than this.
Sea and Flames.
All right.
And Scene and Flames played here to dig
I'll pick
through
the card that you want on top.
John's hand. So that's the other Tears protection that I completely forgot about. So we got to put to the sword hiding in there, Tears hiding in there, bodyguards, Widow's Wails, Knight of Flowers.
That was the top.
Oh, was it?
That was the top, right?
Oh.
If
And,
Littlefinger
yeah.
didn't come out, I would have already hit
There
the
goes the
Stannis,
Tears.
and the game would be totally different.
So it looks like Norm's going to be sitting comfortably. We got a Randall Tarley in there.
Okay.
Awesome. Who would you like to kneel, sir?
And yes, we got a kneel on Tyrion
Okay.
Pleasant Fellowship.
from Melisandre's ability.
Oh, I can pay you.
So lots of protection from the Tears. Norm is not worried here. It is gone in the discard pile. So that's 2 gone now. Does John even have a 3rd? He does have a put to sword in hand, but now that Norm knows this, he can play around it.
Oh, thank you.
And he could be sitting there with a Hand's Judgment. He does have the gold to protect him from that.
Power challenge.
So power challenge with Stannis and Rob.
Neil Littlefinger.
Can you count that up for me, please, sir?
Wait, the box is empty. Wait, no.
Yeah, it's not over yet. I have no claim, and it may not be unopposed.
No, this has to be a military challenge. If it's a military challenge, then it's game.
Sure.
So
good.
military challenge, sorry, with
Unopposed.
Stannis, Bob. They're just counting it up, taking it slow here, trying to make sure it's the right amount of
Put it
power.
out for the people. I got options. I don't. If Randall Tarley was around, I would be happy. I could put
Reaction
those on.
to winning.
Whoa,
Neil.
whoa, slow down, jeez.
Okay, so take back your power and do it for me.
Hey, all right.
You're already gonna win. Let's just play this.
Okay,
So John's having him slow down here.
Oh, my bad.
And John was also the TO at this tournament too, by the way, who was playing in it. So he would get called every now and then for rules questions, which is why he just ran away here.
Guy, you don't want to watch this.
And yeah, another funny side story here is John after came up to me and said, yeah, when you recorded this game, if you could just leave my name off of it, or you know, just put me as anonymous player, or not even post it at all, that'd be great. Laughing at me, and I now see why he said this. It is not turning out too good for him, obviously, and yeah. Norm just got going, protected from the Tears. He played very well. to keep the train rolling there, and definitely lock John down completely.
No, he should control. Take the 1 power away from him.
I know, right?
I was gonna do just a troll. It's like, yeah, whatever, I'll play it. So he can win.
No,
But he's definitely, if he's going military here, he is going
I
to
was saving for these two.
basically unopposed. He would get renown on both Stannis and Rob, giving him 3 additional power.
Ours is the Fury.
And Lightbringer would stand. Intimidate would kneel Littlefinger.
Did you up it to 3?
And that would put him at what? He's at 4 on Stannis, 2 on Robert, and 6 on his house guard, so that is 12.
I have no dupes.
So it would give him another 3 power. Yeah, that would be 15 and close it out. But John did not want to continue. He wanted to slow down to make sure it's happening. I don't know if he had some options in his hand to stop it, but I don't think he did.
Well,
But I don't know if he's just being salty or just joking around with Norm, but he chose to walk away to answer a rules question before the game ended. I should have caught that in editing and cut this part out, but it's kind of funny to see him trolling Norm here.
6 minutes remaining. Throw in the players.
Bob has 19 strength, Stannis is 5, so you're looking at 24.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna ambush in Widow's Wail for 1.
So we got Widow's Wail ambushed in on Littlefinger.
All right, so
You got a sword. but-
keywords: intimidate, kneel him.
Sorry, was this a military challenge?
Yes, this was a
Okay.
military.
Nail him.
Yeah, you have to do the claim first. Right?
So they're jumping ahead here. Claim is forgotten.
I don't know.
claim first.
I don't know. Give me a minute.
So John definitely trolling Norm,
Oh, I got 3
taking a
keys
sweet
left.
time choosing his military claim.
I'm gonna get rid of
You gotta
him.
give yourself 1 for an oppose.
And there goes the Garden Caretaker, which Norm says is the first military claim of the game.
Was just clipping some rosebuds.
First
And then
character in the
these
dead
assholes
pile.
come along with
Only thing in the
a
dead
hammer
pile.
and a sword. Just kill the guy.
1,
I
2,
can't believe I'm passing it.
3.
And there we are. That is game. Officially, it's over. Norm goes undefeated in Swiss with House Baratheon Fealty, taking down John Gobe in his Laney Rose deck. And look forward to the top 4 match coming up next. After that, we'll have the finals match from this game. And I did record a bonus game of Norm playing a different deck on the side, so I'll throw that video up after this tournament coverage. And I want to say thank you to everyone for the support. Hit the like button, comment below, make sure you subscribe for more of these videos. And thank you for watching.